What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel, to Girl Kirsty. Today I'm going to be using this Rastafri Freedom Silky Braid in the color maroon to show you guys how to do a cornrow. This is just how I like to do my cornrows whenever I do them. I'm going to show you how I add in hair. So if you're interested, keep on watching. First thing you're going to do is make sure you separate your pieces of hair. You want to get all of this organized so that way when you're doing your cornrows, it just moves quickly, like boom, bam, bam. I'm starting off with a really small piece of Kanekalon hair, and gradually each piece gets just a little bigger. This is going to give a gradient effect. It's going to give your braid a natural looking effect. Of course, my hair isn't burgundy, but say we used a natural color hair, it would definitely look like these braids were coming out of my scalp. So here's a shot of what it looks like. This is my setup at home. I just put the hair on the back of a chair or on a little table, but chair always works better for me. And as you can see, my curls are popping, but you want to go ahead and start on fresh, clean, washed hair. Blow dry it if you need to, or detangle it. Step 1, make your parts. Once you have your part ready, separate this first piece of hair in the beginning. This is almost like your anchor piece. You're going to take your smallest piece of Kanekalon braiding hair, and you're going to do the little trick where people put one piece over the other to make your legs. And these are essentially your legs that are going to help you start your cornrow. Okay, so take your Kanekalon hair. You're going to take each leg and match it with that anchor piece. That anchor piece is going to allow you to have a natural looking start. So for me, I'm going to keep braiding until I feel that this beginning piece is really secure. I'm going to gradually move backwards and get a little bit more hair, but I'm not going to be grabbing too much. I'm just getting enough to make sure that this beginning is nice and secure. This is my first piece of hair that I'm adding. I use my pinky finger to hold that one side of the hair. The other piece I slide it under my forefinger. And then I make my one braid movement and my second braid movement. Don't worry, I'm going to show you again. So here you go. You're going to go ahead and take your piece of hair. Use your pinky to hold one end of your hair. You're going to slide it on your forefinger and your thumb, secure it nicely, then make one braid movement, throw that hair over to the other side, make sure your hair is nice and detangled, and make your second braid movement right there. Slide it underneath and go ahead and grab your next piece of hair. So after each time, you want to go ahead and add a piece of hair. So put it in there, flip the hair over after you make your braid movement, make your next braid movement right here, then slide it right underneath. I know this isn't the best way to describe it, but hopefully the visual is helping you see. Let me slow it down for you. Okay, so take your pinky, hold one end of that Kanekalon hair, slide the other end underneath your forefinger and thumb. You're going to make your first braid movement right here. Yep. Then you throw the other piece over, and then you prepare that side so you can make your second braid movement. After you make that second braid movement, you're going to slide that piece of Kanekalon hair that's just hanging, slide it right on underneath, and get ready to add your next piece of hair just like this. So essentially, it's a whole little step. It's add hair, make one movement, make second movement. Same thing, add hair, make one movement, throw the other piece of hair over, then make your second braid movement. You don't want to do more than 2 braid movements unless you are going for a really natural look and you didn't want it to look like you added hair, but you don't want to do more than 2 braid movements. I would not do more than 4, but 2 is usually what I stick with. So as you can see, I'm just adding in these pieces of hair. My pinky is my helper today. Throw it on over, make your second braid movement. Now when you're doing cornrows like this, straight backs, I'm only doing 5. That middle braid, you have to add more pieces of hair to it. So that way, when you braid all the way down to the end of this braid is going to match the other 4 braids that you will do. What happens sometimes is some people's heads in the middle, I guess it adds a little bit more length. So you thinking that you're only going to add 8 pieces like you did with the others, when in actuality you need to add 13 pieces so it's the perfect length and it's all even. So here you guys might have seen me take my Denman brush. When you're doing the back of your braids and your other area, you want to use your Denman brush or a detangling brush, whatever you use, to make sure your real hair is blending with that Connect Lawn braiding hair. Now I'm adding in gel as I braid, so that way my hair kind of lays down as best as possible. Okay, so for that middle section, right where you see that gel, I did not add any hair. Now I'm going to add my last 2 pieces here. I'm doing the same method. Flip that little piece over, then make your second braid movement, slide it underneath the forefinger and thumb, get your next piece of hair, do the same thing. Hold it with your forefinger and thumb, make 1 braid movement, flip it over, and then move forward. Now I'm going to go ahead and braid this cornrow all the way on down. I'm going to use a rat tail comb, dip it in my gel, and I'm going to put that gel on the ends of my hair right here. This is just going to ensure that if there are any split ends, broken ends, damaged ends, or just any unruly ends, they're going to stay in this cornrow. They are not going anywhere. So I like to use gel when I do this step. You can use wax if you have a thicker hair, or say you don't blow dry your hair very often, but you do blow dry it sometimes, you know, when you get braids, right? So say you blow dried your hair, you don't want it to revert, use beeswax. I like to use black beeswax, and that definitely helps for my girls who have extra kinky hair. As you can see, I'm doing it here once again. I'm just making sure that you're not going to see a whole bunch of my hair sticking out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You're going to braid all the way till the very end. Once you've got this cornrow down, go on ahead and do your other 4. Dip those bad boys in some hot boiling water for about 30 seconds. That's it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there was a part in this video that you did not understand, please leave a comment down below. Maybe I can clarify a little bit better with another video, or however. I just want to say thank you guys for liking, subscribing, commenting. We just hit 60,000 subscribers on social media. Woo woo! Yes, thank you guys for your support. Until next time, stay channeling the beauty that's within inside of you, boo. Mwah!